All right, so hi everyone. Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday. My name is Lee and I work in the Wellbeing Department at RecWell. For the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about a few ways to cope with the pandemic, and then at the end, I'll guide you through a brief few-minute mindfulness practice, which is one of the coping skills I'll share with you today. So, a little bit of background. At UW-Madison, we define well-being using 7 aspects rather than just a simple definition. We define it with health, connection, meaning, safety, growth, achievement, and resilience. Together, these aspects comprise a person's total sense of well-being. Some of these aspects, such as health, safety, connection, and resilience, can be a little bit more involved in this specific unprecedented time. The aspect that I'm going to focus on today is resiliency, but please know that these aspects are all intertwined and interact with each other. So you may need to nurture your sense of connection, for example, in order to be the most resilient during this time. You might need to ensure your safety in order to be the most resilient during this time. Everybody is different and everyone will have different needs as they navigate through this journey. Given that, today I'm going to talk about resilience, what it is, and how we can build a strengthened sense of resilience in ourselves. You might have heard the words resilience, resiliency, or resilient a few or a lot of times over the past few months. They're words used to describe a person's ability to adapt to new circumstances or times of change. One way we like to word it at RecWell is that resilience is a person's ability to bounce forward from a difficult experience rather than backward. You're not born with a sense of resilience, it's a learned skill set, which is great news because it means that you can learn to be more resilient at any time, including right now. Resilience can occur at the level of the individual by learning to be more resilient as a person, which is what we're focusing on today. But resilience can also occur at the level of entire communities or populations, or even at the level of the environment when you think about sustainability and cultivating an environment that will last for years to come. So there's no question that COVID-19 has affected basically everyone, no matter where they're from. Everyone has a unique story, and though everyone is experiencing this pandemic with a different personal lens and journey, whether it be through a family layoff or essential worker, financial difficulty, food insecurity, or mental health challenges, those who have learned skills and resilience may be able to feel a little better, or may even be able to thrive during this pandemic despite the changes that arise. A few strategies we recommend using to build your sense of resilience are practicing mindfulness, expressing gratitude, setting a daily schedule, taking time for self-check-ins and checking in with yourself, your body, and your mind, practicing self-compassion, showing compassion for others, and really just tuning into taking time for yourself, understanding that your body and your mind have to come first right now. There are numerous other skills that you can practice to increase your sense of resilience, some of which we will be talking about in the coming weeks. But today I'm going to talk about mindfulness specifically. You might be wondering what mindfulness has to do with resilience. I was also unsure what the connection was the first time I heard about it, but it actually has so much to do with it. Because when you're stressed, as many of us are during this time, your body can go into a fight or flight mode, or may simply focus on the future or the past rather than the present moment. And practicing mindfulness as regularly as possible will help to take your body out of that state. The act of mindfulness, as Jon Kabat-Zinn puts it, is to pay attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. The importance of mindfulness is getting through a challenging moment, allows a person to be in the moment without worrying about the future or thinking about the past. It allows them to be in the moment and maybe notice the pleasant things that are available to them in that moment. thus helping them to be more resilient over time as they're able to continue moving throughout the moments in their day. So with that, I'll invite you to complete a short mindfulness practice with me. So first, I'll invite you to settle into a comfortable, relaxed position wherever you are and begin to make yourself aware of the present moment. You may choose to close your eyes or may choose to keep them open with a soft gaze in front of you. Whatever feels the most comfortable to you in this moment and this place. As you settle into this moment, you might start to begin to notice sounds, maybe the temperature of the room or the outside space that you're in. Maybe you start to notice smells, maybe the taste of your coffee this morning or your breakfast. Just start to notice the sensations in your body for a moment. Now I will invite you to notice your breath. And for a few moments, be with your breath without trying to change it, without trying to change its depth or its pace. Just simply notice that it's there. If your mind begins to wander as you're focusing on the breath, kindly and gently bring it back to the breath and to this place. I'll let you continue for a few moments on your own. To end this practice, let's take 2 deep breaths all together. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, release. Inhale, expand the belly. Maybe this is your deepest breath of the day so far. Exhale, release, and let it out. I invite you to open your eyes, return to your surroundings, noticing the shapes, colors that surround you. The last thing I'll say is to make sure to give yourself grace during this challenging time. It's okay if every day looks different, and it's okay to feel not quite up for practicing these skills some days and feeling up for practicing these skills a lot others. We, along with UHS, are here for you, so please lean on your campus support whenever you need it. Throughout the next several weeks, we will be exploring different mindfulness and gratitude techniques that lend to increasing resiliency throughout this time. These Wellbeing Wednesday skills will help you cope with these ever-changing times. As we talked about today, you can always return to focus on your breath, even if it's just for a few breaths at a time, at any moment throughout your day, and even if it's only for a few minutes or a few moments. It's always there for you. Thank you so much for joining me today on Wellbeing Wednesday. Make sure to keep an eye out for more resources from RecWell that'll help you live well. And check back here on Instagram for our Wellbeing Wednesdays at noon Central Time each week, where we'll be exploring different ways to live well in these ever-changing times. And with that, have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday and be well.